All right, here's another Sunday and another Rock Lords review. Here we have Nugget. Nugget is a pretty cool little Rock Lord, and I do mean little compared to the other guys. I'll show that off later. It's got a pretty nice rock mode, and it's got like a nice sort of chrome effect going on. Mine in particular has some chrome wear, which is sort of to be expected of a lot of the toys from the 80s. The chrome just doesn't really hold up that well over time, but overall it's pretty good. You still get the point. It doesn't ruin it too much for me, but yeah, nice chrome effect. I like the sculpted detail there too. And this guy is quite small compared to the other Rock Lords, but his rock mode is nice. It's another one of those ones that actually looks like a rounded out rock rather than a dude folded up. So it's pretty good. Here he is with Boulder and Granite, his two of his fellow good guy Rock Lords. And it's kind of hard to tell how much smaller he is in this mode, but you'll definitely see it in robot mode, trust me. And speaking of which, to transform him, you just take these sections here and you pull them down and rotate them out. These will be his feet. You take these panels on the side here and just rotate them up, creating kind of like shoulder pads, and then his arms are just folded up in here. And then, so this flap reveals the head, but he also has this little like jetpack panel here, and he's got this kind of bit of an automorph thing going on where you take this panel and you rotate it up, and that also extends this little jetpack, which has the nice blue thrusters in there, so that's pretty cool. And then going back, you can just push it back. Very satisfying. And yeah, there's this face sculpt, and there you have Nugget in his robot mode. And he's a pretty cute little guy. It almost feels like him and Slimestone, the guy that I'm going to be reviewing next week. It almost feels like they're made by different companies than a lot of the other guys, because they've definitely got like a bit more like robot-y designs. They're much smaller than the other ones, and a lot more, I don't know, like noticeable die cast. Like the other ones, I wasn't sure if they had die cast, but these guys definitely do. Like, you can feel it right there. It's a different temperature than the rest of the plastic, which it's pretty nice. Gives them a good amount of heft. I do think they were all designed by the same team, but it feels a little weird that these guys just like in particular are a little bit different than the other ones, but articulation wise, the only thing he's really got is some arm articulation, but it's a lot of arm articulation, which is nice. Can rotate his arms forward and backward. They have a shoulder outward joint, and then they can also have a nice deep elbow bend. I don't think that there's any head articulation, and if there is, it'd be kind of a pain to get to. Then you can adjust the shoulder pads however you like. They don't really go up much more than this. This one kind of goes out more, but I just bring it down because this one doesn't go out more, so I want it to be symmetrical. And his legs just wiggle about. They don't really do anything. But yeah, to show him off with some of his other Rock Lords, here he is again with Boulder and Granite. And yeah, you can definitely see the height difference in these guys. I like him as an addition to the team of just like a little, chibi, the sort of like kid appeal character who's smaller than the rest of them, sort of like Bumblebee. And it works really well. These are kind of like the main three of the good guy Rock Lords, and yeah, they work pretty well. But yeah, and just to show him off here with the tallest Rock Lord that I have, here he is with Stoneheart, who just like towers over him. He's like almost twice the height, which is pretty crazy. These guys were just in the same line. But yeah, like the other Rock Lords, the original one would have come with a weapon, which like slots into this little, section on his hand here. I did not get that with this guy that I ordered on eBay, which is fine. I don't really care about those, but it's worth mentioning. But yeah, he's a pretty good little Rock Lord. I like him a lot. I love the jetpack thing. Is really cool, especially just like that little, because they didn't really need to do that, but just that little extra bonus feature makes him really cool. But yeah, there we have the Rock Lords Nugget. Very cool little guy. Happy to have him in my collection.